This is just covering every part of the arena as these guys brawl it out here in the World Championship on the Korea server, you guys. Warrior darting around, doing a fantastic job. Red team takes it, but what happened?
What happened?
What happened, Joe?
Anything.
Tell us.
What do you want me to say there?
That was something else.
The spectator mode isn't live. The way that it registers and pulls up
Yeah,
is like,
for us, we actually couldn't see what happened.
Yeah.
it's like
So that was amazing.
It's like 2 to 3 seconds into registering. So in a situation like that, somebody can take 75% damage and it'll only show 25 for us.
But okay, so what we do know though is that the red team won. The red team had the witch on it before. So the red team, their witch was banned. The teammates of the witch, what were the other teammates of the witch? Was that?
It was Ninja and
Ninja and Tamer?
Tamer, yeah.
Ninja and Tamer? Confirmed?
I can't see the Ninja or the Kuno because they're stealth classes.
Exactly. So looks like, yeah, I guess the Warrior did not take it there, the Warrior side of things. Huh. And very fast reversal. So, Saveli, this question's to you. So as an NA player, a lot of these fights that I typically see in tournaments are faster paced, even with standardized gear. Do you notice that in the open world PvP that you see in the Korean server, is it a little bit more slower, standoffish, get a CC, if it doesn't connect, back off? Just in open world, is that something that you typically see? Just for us to get a little bit more insight on the meta. I don't play on the KR server. I know actually a lot of people on the KR server are in chat, but I'm seeing it. The fights are a little bit slower paced than I expected.
I think we're seeing a lot of fast-paced action here. I think very tactically players are waiting for their opportunity towards the end as opposed to like engaging haphazardly. They want to really try to set themselves up for it, but
that's exactly what I mean. Like it waits till the end of the match almost.
Yeah.
With a lot of darting, and one of them V's they seem to break off. So have you seen any of the NA PvP tournaments? I haven't seen a lot of the KR, so that's fine. But when you're out there in the open world and things, do you typically see just these fights being a one-hit kill, or is it a little bit more slow with engagement?
So in Korean server, there is an actual server that allows you to PvP for no debuffs or anything for the character.
Arsha?
What?
The Arsha server?
So yeah, Arsha server, and I've actually personally never been there.
Never been to Arsha.
I don't like PvP because
We're commentating on Arena of Arsha. Never been to the server.
It's going to be...
That's okay.
Because it's scary. Everyone's like trying to get you, like so it's not.
That's true. So yeah, as she mentions there, you're a little bit off camera, but so the Arsha server, there's no karma penalty.
There's no karma penalty for killing players. On
It's
Arsha.
great to grind there for sure. You have it's 50% increase.
50% increase
for
drop
blue.
rate.
So a lot of the PvP. All right, well, hey, good news for the KR server. It looks like there's not a crazy amount of open world PvP if you're not going specifically to the PvP server.
So the main reason why Sevilla is joining us today is not for her expertise in the PvP arena, playing the game for 3 months in Black Desert Online. It's because I can't speak Korean, which is very, very valuable. So in a lot of the situations where we can't understand what's being said, that's why she's here to help, guys.
Yeah, it's been very helpful having it for sure.
She may not know the KR metas very well.
Which is fine, yeah, exactly. We're just
no problem.
We're trying to see what we do know. So I know WTF Blue actually is often on every server that I've seen. Like he tries to play just about every server he can, and he loves it. He watches the market, he watches the PvP. So I know you're in chat here today. If you want to comment on what you've seen in differences for the meta, I think that'd be really useful. But yeah, I'm excited to be here with you guys today. Saveli we just met a couple days ago, so she's a full-time KR server Black Desert partner and streamer. So her information you can see whenever we're on the other screen. JoeNeverFails, full-time broadcaster. Absolutely, always increasing the
gear carried extraordinaire. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Carried your gear first, my friend.
Gear carried extraordinaire.
And I've known him since even before he played Black Desert. We've been friends actually since we met at TwitchCon. Believe it or not, yeah. We were really big into the MMO scene, so I was doing a lot of different things, Elder Scrolls and Black Desert, and he had done a lot of similar things that I've strived to do in MMOs. He did in Final Fantasy, and when he came over to Black Desert, he really impressed us all.
I work very hard. I don't spend as much time as these guys do in the battle arena, that's for damn sure. It's not my favorite thing to get sweaty in the PvP, but it's fun to compete. So I put a lot of effort into the work, and this game is incredible to see. I think that these guys deserve a lot more attention for the amount of time that they do put into honing the abilities and using the skills that they have inside of the world of BDL.
Yeah.
So we're getting down into the nitty gritty right here in this tournament. If you guys aren't tuning in, welcome.
Yeah, it's been very impressive to see.
We got 2 more matchups here today before, 1 more matchup before the finals. And this is going to be, pretty intense. They're fighting over $5,000 prize.
It's great to watch these engagements, yeah. So this is a $5,000 tournament. This is the World Championship for the KR server. Happens once a year, I believe. Now, Joe, just for those that may not know your stream, what is your AP?
My AP is 289. It's never enough.
289, right? We're always
never enough.
Going for that next bit of progression for sure. So 289, Mystic main.
Striker main.
Why did I say Mystic? Of course I know you're a striker. That's funny. Yeah, but you do have a Mystic as well and played it for a while.
As soon as I hit level 63, I stopped playing my Mystic and I started playing my striker. So we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to go to 63 on my striker and then I'm going to start playing Mystic again. Or maybe not. Who knows?
Or maybe
Maybe
not.
not. Right,
Okay.
Exactly. Blade's AP is 0. No, I'm up to 60. 300 is the top AP I've had.
Wow. I envy you guys.
My gear rotates as I find investments. I'll sell my gear, I'll buy different things in the market.
It's just time. It's just time. Everybody can get gear. It's just time.
Okay.
Nothing crazy. You just got to keep playing.
Yeah, definitely one of the advantages of VDO. It almost doesn't matter what it is that you do, it builds resources. So if you want to see monster hunting, if you want a life skill.
All right, dudes.
We have a warrior band, and we have a berserker band. Now that leaves a Dark Knight Tamer team. We know who she's rooting for. We have a Ranger Uno team on the other side of it.
I don't know about this. That Dark Knight surprised us earlier, man.
It did, yeah.
This Dark Knight is crazy. This Dark Knight is crazy.
It really does. It wins faster than the eye can see.
Let's do our best to talk about what's going on. Oh my goodness.
Right. So we have a Tamer here, starting off in block. Tamer's teammate, Dark Knight. Right? Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, Tamer, Dark Knight, strong combination. Tamer holding back in block, keeping her frontal guard up so it doesn't take any range health damage. Dark Knight getting in mid-range here. Both teams put somebody in this little building at the side, which is kind of interesting. Got them moving together.
Quickly focusing the Ranger here.
Right. We have an AoE from Tamer, doesn't really connect with any kind of damage. We have 100% from everybody. Tamer takes a bit of damage, nothing serious, no CCs yet. Dark Knight filling the field with AoE. Tamer half health now, still no
pressure,
Vs.
forced the V, and they took out the DK. Oh boy.
That was so simultaneous. I don't even think the yellow realized they were capitalizing on that. They had AoE burst damage in the middle. We had 1V from one, kept it alive, and now the other one went down. So we have a 1v2 situation. Tamer, V-Force from the Kuno. We have a Tamer and Ranger on the field. Both are on top of each other. Both again getting distance. Interesting. Tamer's going in, trying to get the CC.
Gotta get something working here.
Nothing after that. The other teammate's out of V now. The Ranger.
Not looking good.
Yeah, executes there.
And a quick opportunity for a 1v1 when that guy was in his V. And couldn't do anything with it. 2v1.
You could see the Ranger absolutely darting back, just trying to get a little bit of range as they're waiting for the V to come out. And other than that, it was just kind of a mad dash from the Ranger. Got a quick stun. Got a quick, maybe a stiffness, about 2 seconds. Wasn't enough though.
That was how I thought the first match versus that DK was going to go, and it turned around towards the end. So this time they were able to capitalize. He was not able to survive. Once that, it makes so much sense to target the DK in that situation. So
She melted.
once they're down, it's over.
Yeah.
You know, it's to be expected at that point. 2v1. We've only seen one. We've actually seen two 2v1s turn the other way today, but it's very difficult to do that. That's not going to happen every day.
And those two 2v1s that were overturned, that was with a Dark Knight and with a Witch.
That was with a Dark Knight and Mystic. Oh, 3 then, yeah, because that Mystic came back and did that.
Yeah,
Okay, so
that's true.
3.
That was another definitely noteworthy one. The Mystic makes sense, but the Dark Knight and Witch pulling off what they did earlier, that was pretty impressive. That's one of those things, it should be clipped, it should be watched. They're very skilled, and we can see that, regardless of whatever their gear is.
Okay.
No Tamer, no Kuno this round. Dark Knight, Berserker, Ranger, Warrior. Now Warrior cannot be CC'd while sitting in block. Now that is a 360 CC protection, but it's not a 360 damage protection. They can be damaged from the sides, and fighting a Meiwa, they can actually be damaged from the front of the guard. That's something that is little known, but it can happen with certain abilities, so that's not a like save all, we have a block. It's a super armor, but you can still be grabbed in. So let's see, Berserker is often thought as a hard counter to Warrior. In 1v1s, that's definitely not the case. 2v2s, it's a challenge.
I can't wait to see this Berserker again, dude.
I think it's a fairly even. Berserker's pretty held back there. Let's see what else is going on. We have okay, Dark Knight's way up there. That's interesting. Just kind of throwing down some AoE.
Here it comes.
Range blast. CC'd on the Ranger. Ranger Vs. It's only a Warrior now. Warrior trying to fight. Okay, just getting out of there, waiting for the Ranger to come up. Let's see where the V comes up. Right in between them. That's rough for a damaged opponent to show off, but that's where he is. Warrior moves up actually to protect the Ranger.
Oh, he got caught up on the ledge.
2 1v1 situations
that was
happening
visual
here.
desync.
Warrior
And he gets
in,
him.
brings down the, or Berserker brings in,
the grab and it's over.
kills the Ranger.
That Berserker has been carrying.
That's another one of the very, very skilled top PvPers right there.
Oh my gosh.
So let me break that down for you in just a little bit, because that is so fast and so hard to see. So we had an initial V from the Ranger, and the Warrior immediately backed out, waiting for the Ranger to come out of V. I'm not sure if the Warrior or if the Ranger was expecting to come out of V right there. Might have just ran out of time, because while in a damaged state, you don't really want to be right next to the enemy, but it comes out of V closer than his teammate, the Warrior.
Well, I think that was the second that they forced that V, his teammate backed off,
Right, yeah.
and they read where he was going, so it looked like they were ready to pounce on him just to see where he was coming out of V.
Right.
Berserker's still holding his Q. And
Yeah,
what are you going to do in that
Berserker's
situation?
ready to launch, and then what was interesting is as the Ranger comes out of V damage, you saw the Warrior approach. So he actually moved up in the middle of the stage and blocked, just to try to prevent any of that damage.
Yeah.
And then they split up into a 1v1. The Berserker went after the Ranger, brought him down, and after that, the 2v1 on the Warrior just couldn't do it.
The second that Berserker went back in, he tried to get it in, the Warrior came in and tried to support him.
That was so fast, so I wanted to tell you guys exactly what was happening there. Here we have the Dark Knight being banned in the Ranger. Berserker Tamer, that is a deadly 2v2 combo. That scares the heck out of me. I didn't see the other classes on yellow right now. We're looking at the Tamer Berserker.
I don't know if...
These guys scare me. Tamer and Berserker, I think, is one of the hardest 2v2s to come up against, to be honest.
I really don't know if they're going to be able to do anything against this 2v2 combo right now.
And we have a Warrior and a Kuno. It'll be a challenge. It'll be an uphill battle for the class composition, but it can be done, as we've seen. Tamer in the middle throwing down AoE damage. We have Kuno trying to get AoE. It's below the ridge, being picked up by the Berserker. We have an immediate V from both the Warrior and the Kuno. So just like we said, that was the team that we thought would be pressured, and it was.
Exactly. I mean, this Berserker is...
Yeah.
It's such a great...
We have a lot of damage on the Warrior. We couldn't even see it. Came out of V.
We had a little bit of an issue with the camera
there. A little
there.
bit of a bug on the camera, but we can see from the health bars at the very least that so the Warrior came out of V and just started getting damage down at range. It looks like from the Tamer, because we saw the Berserker a lot of times in the frame, as we saw like the unequipped Warrior. So the Berserker was actually a little bit at range. The Tamer definitely took out the Warrior. It could have taken out both, but we know the damage.
We'll never know.
we know the damage from the Berserker was at range, and there was a lot of CCs there. So no doubt he didn't contribute to that. But that's Tamer versus Warrior a lot of times, because you have the frontal block of Warrior scaling up his damage reduction, and you have just Tamer eating through your evasion.
I don't like fighting Tamers.
Oh no.
I don't like fighting.
No, it's a Tamer. I mean, it's a Tamer. It's a bummer. It's a bummer fighting Tamers. Berserker Tamer, definitely a good matchup.
You can see it. We've had a couple of matches earlier tonight. We've got one team with Berserker and another team with Berserker, and the Berserker that we're seeing in this matchup is really dramatically influencing the win rate when he's not banned.
And he's banned. And he's banned. JoeNeverFails again with the good calls there. Yeah, so when he's not banned, he's wrecking, and here we go. Next
you guys are watching at home. The structure of this is that in between every single match, you have the ability to ban one of your other teams or one of your opponent's players, but you can't ban the same class twice in a row. So it is a very strategic thing. How are you going to limit your team's ability to win the first one? Is that going to give you guys a win? If that win gives you a mental leg, how's the momentum going to swing? Let's see what happens with this one.
We see the Scars of Dust cancel here from the Warrior, getting a passive buff there. Executioner out the gate. He wants to engage and end this immediately. And just Interesting. So we're a little bit separated right now. Trying to dive in. Piercing Spear. We do have a lot of structures. We got two 1v1s happening right now. Tamer hits the V. Interesting. So the Warrior had the advantage on that side. We have another V though on the Ranger, so we have one V each. Oh man. Warrior gets CC'd into the V. And Dark Knight goes down. Unable to V. Sometimes the damage is just that fast. We have a Tamer versus a Ranger Warrior, and honestly, I think that class, if any class, can do a 2v1.
It looks like it.
And we got to grab on the Warrior. Warrior knocked down. Shotgun is trying to cover the Ranger, or trying to cover the Warrior. Oh man,
this Ranger's got to finish that Warrior quick.
All right, let's see.
Oh my goodness, no!
Warrior goes down. That looks like a victory for the Tamer. That was a Tamer victory.
Would have been
last second
was
there.
Was it Tamer or the Ranger?
That was a Tamer. So
Ranger?
I'm pretty sure. So we saw the Warrior go down with a huge amount of health on the two of them. So it was the Warrior, Ranger, Tamer. No, we can't. On our screen, we're actually not able to see the last millisecond there. The Ranger. What do you guys think?
I don't know. I thought the Ranger killed them both.
Oh man, I must have missed it. Okay, we'll default to you guys there.
I don't know. We'll see in a second if
chat's saying Ranger too. So okay, so it looks like it was the Ranger. I saw the Warrior just take huge damage, die.
All good.
And then the Ranger down the last little bit there. I thought it was continuous Tamer damage that brought it down. So the Ranger did beat that Tamer there.
It'll be 2v2 if the Tamer won. If the Ranger won, that's over. So it'll be
yeah, it looks like, okay, so confirmed from chat. So thank you guys. And yeah, so that means the Ranger then beat that Tamer in a 1v1 situation right after losing the teammate. Typically, I would say if it was a 1v1 without a whole lot of pressure that was going on, I still think the Tamer has the advantage for all the things we've been talking about. Just a great 1v1 class. But yeah, right there, the Ranger was able to pull it out. We've seen that before.
But you would recommend Mystic instead of Tamer?
So Tamer I would recommend if you want to be a duelist. If you want to be a duelist, sure. But the advantage that Striker and Mystic have is that their pre-awakened form is CC protected while they can CC.
So it looks like
Warrior being banned this time, I think just because they had to do it.
So the Ranger did pull that off, and that is forcing the 2v2. This is going to be no.
Dark Knight is getting banned.
Berserker Tamer combo
2v2.
again.
So they've just brought it back. This should have, or is this best of 7 then? Because this should have been the finals.
Good question. I don't know if they've changed the how many matches you have to win for the semifinals that we're watching right now.
In that situation, that last match, if they had been able to separate each other instead of grouping up, that Ranger never could have been able to pull off that combo.
Yeah, I think that's a good observation.
Let's see what this Berserker can do again. Here he comes.
Berserker jumps on the ground. Getting some really big range here. Are they trying to split them off into 2 1v1s? Looks like 3 fighters are together. Shotgun coming out, line damage to the Tamer.
Destroyed.
Wow, kills that Ranger quickly. And we have a V.
Destroyed.
2v2, 1v, 2 Vs. I didn't see that other one. But everybody had full health here, 100%. Not even chip damage. We have the red team grouping together, trying to fight.
They just cornered
Maybe,
it.
I don't know. I don't have my Sharingan right now. I'm missing that. Did you see that?
Evaporated. That Berserker wasn't having it. They wanted the W, dude.
That was crazy. What happened in chat, you guys? What do you think was that last flash of light before that match ended? So probably going forward, we'll have like just a little bit longer on screen so we can actually see the animations of the victorious team because it's so quick. A redo. Waits for the Tamer CC, just pulls him up. Oh, yeah, redo did not happen. So this is is it the first semifinals, or are we in the second bracket of the semifinals here? It's the second one, right?
It's the second one.
It's the second one, okay. So the winner of this is going to the finals.
So we've had 2. Well, we got to see in a second because how many wins which team needs.
Right.
We'll see the structure and see how many more semifinal matches we'll
That
have.
should have been 3 versus 3 though. That's what I thought.
Because they both had 2 wins, right?
That's what I said in the last match. It would have made sense for the 3v3.
Which means there's more wins necessary.
They might only be going to the last match. If you get to the last match where it's tied up 3v3, if you're going best out of 7 or best out of 5 or whatever. then we'll see it. So it looks like they're playing more matches than they did.
Yeah,
okay.
that makes sense.
Okay. So, okay.
So the original one was best of 3.
But we don't have any rules.
I
It'd be great to know.
Yeah, we don't know.
It could be anything.
It
Right?
could be best of 5. Best of.
Because they're still going here.
Okay, so we have the next bands, which means it's still a 2v2 form.
Okay, so it's still 2 versus 2.
This looks like it's going to be best of 7.
It appears that way, yeah, it does. So we have Dark Knight and Berserker versus Warrior and Kuno. What do you think on this? Can we make a prediction?
I'm betting on this
before?
Berserker. All my money.
He's very good. We've seen that over and over again. Berserker's with the Dark Knight. You want to
No, I'm not changing my answer.
second that one? And
No.
No?
No.
I didn't hear your first answer. Who do you think is going to win?
Because of Tamer,
Yeah?
he's being so good throughout the game, throughout the whole event. So I want to go with Tamer,
guess
with
we'll
the
have to see,
Warrior
yeah.
and Kuno.
Well, the Warrior right now popping that E-buff, trying to get into one more win. A little bit of damage here on the Kuno side. Keep it blocked. Gravedigger doesn't do any damage. Just trying to zone right now.
Looks like they're trying to go for that Berserker.
Yeah, it looks like he's really eyeing up that Berserker in that corner.
Berserker forced in V already.
Very aware Dark Knight teammate though. They're definitely not going to allow 1v1 without more damage coming in. Bunch of AoE from the Kuno. Doesn't do as much
on this Berserker right now
as they wanted. Kuno V's as it looks like it was going down. Survived just barely. So we have a V from each side at this point. A lot of just abilities going down to keep super armors up and keep AoE damage. Oh, 1% and Kuno goes down to 0. Warriors, no V left. Warriors, one of the ones that I was hoping could do a 1v2. Let's see if my hopes earlier could work. Starts with the Gravedigger for extra damage here. We have range abilities from both. Those from Berserker could CC. Oh, good luck, Warrior.
I think this Berserker is probably the best player in this tournament right now.
Yeah, it is not looking good for the Warrior, who's in a corner at this point. 4 charges out of there to get some range. Can he somehow counter? No, he gets grabbed. He gets grabbed with Dark Knight damage on top of it. Yeah, you're not living through that. You're not living through that. Dang.
I think that whole matchup was they won.
Yeah.
The only matches they won were the 2 they banned Berserker in.
Wow, yeah. And that's both from the player's skill, but also from how strong that class is.
Was that the final?
So we're going to final now.
Oh, they're going to the final now.
Yeah.
Okay. They said winner on there. I was like, oh man, did we miss it?
One of the semifinals and anchoring in. So let's see. Now that they're in there, I think the least amount they could win is 3,000. Is that the?
I think it was 1,000.
Was it 1,000?
Yeah.
Okay, I misread that earlier. So 5,000 there, going to the winner of this championship. So this is the Korea Server World Championship, you guys. Live at G-Star and the Pearl Abyss Arena built behind us. Here with JoeNeverFails and Savelli, you guys. This is actually really exciting. I'm happy to be here with you guys. I'm enjoying it.
This is a really cool opportunity. We didn't know. We had no idea that this was even going to be happening this weekend. So we only became aware of it happening yesterday, and we only became aware that we were going to be shoutcasting it this morning.
Yeah, but you have previous experience shoutcasting.
I did a Final Fantasy PvP tournament at FanFest, which is like, I think you guys know what kind of PvP tournament that is.
Well, I don't, but it sounds like any kind of MMO tournament. I mean, you're going to have to watch these abilities, so that is cool that you have the experience.
Final Fantasy 14 is not the most like hardcore PvP, and then you've got players that are fans of the game coming out. So it was my friends, like they were the hardest core PvPers in the game at the time. So they flew out to win the tournament, and they did. They won in style, which was really cool. But this is a whole other arena. It's nothing to do with this. This tournament's actually really cool to see for me for 2 different reasons. Number one, to be and experience a little bit more about the tournament culture in KR, which is not something that is as prevalent in the NA community. But at the same time, they're showcasing some of the new Arsha stuff. So this is, if you guys have been paying attention, the only thing that I knew coming into this is that Arsha was getting revamped, Battle Arena was getting revamped.
We have new Arsha.
Limiting some of the lag and limiting some of the desync. But at the same time, Blue just told us that they have new gear. So this is the first time that this has been a tournament this size focusing on the changes in the Arsha system. So hopefully with those changes, it'll make it easier for people to compete and want to compete in the future in KR, but also in North America.
Right. Savelli was integral in helping us understand some of the changes from the Arsha arena. So just a couple of them coming to you is that new character banning mechanic. I'm hoping that's not just going to be a professional tournament area, but something that they'll just have in the game for us to do in terms of guilds hosting a tournament and things like that. I believe that's the case. It looked like it was. Want to join a 3v3, you have to form a team of 4 people. No, one thing that's really nice with Arsha Arena is just how flexible it is. So you really can set it up. Everybody can kind of pile in. I know in the past my guild has done stuff with hosting Arsha tournaments just to try to like build practice. You bring out really people, you can rearrange it, you can have 3v5, you can have all these different things. So it looks like we just have an addition of a mechanic there.
I think the coolest thing about this whole tournament has been the ban. What do you think?
Yeah, that added a brand new element to it. It added a brand new kind of strategy, and it's interesting to see, as Joe was mentioning earlier, like just the thought process of the classes saying, okay, this might be the best player, but this is a really hard class for my composition to fight against. And it adds a new element. It makes it more interesting to me to watch, and I know that makes it more interesting for you guys too. So, again, Pearl Abyss, cutting edge of innovation. We see that constantly.
Yeah, it's very cool to see. It's not just about what team you're bringing; it's how you're going to make that right decision. If you're going in and you think you can get a quick W with a 3v3, but you can't use your best teammate, like how's that going to affect the psychological state of mind of the other 2 players?
Right.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
So, that's pretty wild.
So for me, after this tournament, I actually really want to meet that Witch player. That Witch player was, I mean, what they did, I didn't think a Witch could do, almost. It was actually pretty impressive. Is there anybody from this tournament that you think played well enough that you want to meet after, just like, even if you don't want to shake their hand, just
I'm with you on that, though.
say they did a good job, the Witch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of amazing.
It was, yeah. I didn't even think that there was a 1v1 situation. Basically turns around to a 2v1.
Yeah.
Now for you, I would guess who you want to meet, but go ahead. Who do you think?
Who do I want to meet? I want to meet that Zerker, dude.
After this, I figured.
I want to meet that Zerker, man.
I figured. Yeah, it was
that
actually.
guy's popping off, dude.
Yeah, it was fantastic. So hopefully we'll be able to maybe meet those guys after, just so we can bring you additional content on our individual channels. Very cool. So at this point, are these guys setting up the finals, or?
They are.
Yeah. Okay. Now, the names of the 2 teams going into the finals, do we have those?
I think it was the one with the Dark Knight, right? So I think it was 할만해 and 무한도전.
Okay.
All right, there you
But
go,
we
guys.
have to check and see.
Right.
I
Okay.
cannot pronounce either of those 2.
Right. We will let her say that.
We're going to get 2 red and yellow. So let's focus up and try to do our absolute best for the finals here, so we can make sure that these guys who've been busting their butts the whole day can get the recognition and the hype that they deserve over here in North America.
Before we know who's who, since we are calling out in red and yellow, let's get a chat prediction. Who do you guys think? Red or yellow is going to win?
We have the team compositions of both these teams, right?
Yeah, we do.
Let's take a look at that so we can start doing some speculation on what it's going to look like in advance.
It's in Korean.
It's okay.
Okay.
Who was the first team? In the finals?
For the finals, who's the first team?
Or either one. Doesn't matter.
So this one, okay. So it's 무한도전, the one with the Ranger.
Ranger? What is the full composition?
Do we have the other teammates on that Ranger?
Ranger and Kuno and wait, hold on a second. I'm sorry. I'm looking.
Oh yeah, that's okay.
Sorry.
So I wish I could think back to the NA EU tournament compositions that actually won and went to the finals. Unfortunately, it's eluding me right now. I don't know if you remember. It was the actually Black Rose team that won the World at that point championship, because it was NA versus EU. So yeah, Benzi on the Sork, doing work. I remember actually as he was darting around with those iframes, doing that scenario, I was directly in front of him cheering. That was one heck of a match to watch. So we have a Ranger.
It's a little bit confusing. I don't.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah.
That's all right.
So again, as we broadcast this to NA, we have you guys here.
Purple. I'm sorry, dude.
To help
My
us.
bad, brother.
But thanks for coming back to the
heaviest leg in the road
there. So Sork, Kuno, Striker.
And Kip, my bad, bro.
Sork, Kuno, Striker. Oh, okay. They're talking about the NA team. I'm thinking, I haven't seen a Striker.
Yeah. No, there's been no Striker in this whole tournament.
NA
There's been
team,
no Striker in this whole
the
tournament.
Sorceress, the Kuno, and the Striker. That was fantastic. All 3 of those players. Fantastic.
Kip was 290 AP back then, by the way, too.
Easy clops.
Orland told me that, Kip was 290 AP in that tournament.
290.
There's a meme, there's a clip of Moreland getting killed by a Kip at like 260 something AP. He's like, damn, what's that Kuno got, 290? So we're all just like, yeah, Kip's got 290 AP, dude.
Nice. So you guys can see the stage actually, that's us. That's our backs on the top right up there. That's pretty funny. So yeah, that's the entire stadium and audience. Is the Pearl Abyss booth, which is the largest booth here at G-Star, live in South Korea.
It's been really crazy this whole weekend to see the full scope of this event with Pearl Abyss's presence here. Not only is it an incredibly large booth, but it is the biggest booth that is at this entire event. They've had 3 different new game announcements: the new MMO Crimson Desert, the new MMO Plan 8, and the new MMO Dokkan B.
And the one we know about,
Shadow Arena has been standalone console and PC VR coming out. And
which, by the way,
they've also had a huge presence with this tournament. So the things that they've been doing are pretty wild to see at this prominent of a convention.
Absolutely. And which, by the way, I do want to mention, so JoeNeverFails actually won the first ever Shadow Arena match
PvE boys
of all time in the world. So yeah, he was one of the 50, actually all 5, I guess, broadcasters were all basically down there. And yeah, he took the first win, so it's pretty cool. Definitely seems to be a great game. Something that I think we're going to see a competitive esports scene from.
Well, it looks like that's what their intention has been. Like they want to do more things with esports, and they want to have people fighting and competing over it.
It really does.
I hope that the beta is successful, and I hope that you guys look forward to playing it at home. For anybody that played it in video, but for today we're prepping up for the last part of the. I think one of the an unexpected excitement and PvP,
absolutely.
PvP integral part of this convention.
This whole weekend has just been an amazing privilege. Yeah, it really has. And one thing, I mean, we'll both touch on it more as we have our individual streams for back home, but I think something that hit us all harder than anything is just how much Pearl Abyss cares. And we got to see that first and foremost.
It's something that's
very impressive.
Hopefully we'll be able to tell some more stories too as soon as we get home. Because we don't have the time. We don't have the time to be able to dive in.
And we don't want to get weepy on stream. I mean, we
had
had some moments. It was just a
pretty
really
wild
touching, exciting.
How rare some of the things that ended up happening this weekend did, but definitely look forward to a lot of the stories being told when we get home, for sure.
Absolutely. Do you think we should talk any more about how CC mechanics work or Super Armor? Do you feel like
feel free to go ahead, dude. It looks like we've got a little bit of time. They're doing it seems like they're doing some type of competition while they prepare for the finals here.
Right, okay.
Go right ahead.
Yeah, so
this is your show, man. It's your stream. You're doing the thing, dude. It's you, baby.
Can't do it without you guys. So just some basic mechanics. So there are iframes in Black Desert, which basically means that you have an instant of time of frame, so to speak, only based on the duration of the animation. The duration of the animation that you're invincible. So you're taking no damage at all. And as we've seen the Sork move around, they have stamina-based iframes. Now that's the only class in the game that has stamina-based iframes that I am aware of. Gone through all of them. Some things do occasionally change, but I believe that is one of the advantages there. And another thing that you have is Super Armor. So Super Armor will just protect you from all CC.
We're jumping into the game now.
Great, okay.
Finals.
But you're going to see us talk about iframes and Super Armor a lot, so that's how they both work.
Striker has not enough iframes compared to Sork. Striker has 2. That's all that I know.
You've got plenty of Super Armor.
That's all that I know.
With me there.
I want as many. I want spammable Sork iframes.
This guy.
I want a vacuum. I want range. I want a Q buff.
At least you didn't ask for
buff Striker.
Better gathering from Lakiaros.
I want better Lakiaro drops. I want Pegasus wings. Go
the
ahead.
team names are from the left to the right is Doctorial, and Mom wants me to do it.
Okay.
Mom wants me to do it?
Like go on Arsha. Like go ahead and win.
All right, guys. So you want to tell us the classes on the left side here? Team Red?
So we have Ranger and Witch, and Valkyrie is Ban. And I think Magic is the one that we were very impressed with.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's that Witch.
This is the Witch.
This is
Yeah,
the
that's
Witch.
the
I'm
Witch.
excited for this. Okay.
So this is the semifinal semifinals. There's 2 more matches, 2 more team ups right now.
Man.
Because that Berserker team just won. Okay.
Yeah.
That is
So
exciting.
this witch has been insane.
And the witch was not banned.
No,
Right?
Not in
the
this
first,
match.
Not in the first round, okay. Which will easily take this tournament. You would think not, based on what the class can do, but what the player can do, maybe. But dead sprint right out of the gate. Ranger getting up there with the CC connects.
And
Magic
focus
down
Magic
to 0.
off the bat.
Magic
What
is
a
dead.
strategy.
Oh my gosh, are
God.
you kidding me? What?
Now you see it, now you don't.
Ninja immediately V's. Mental devastation on that. That is a blow. You know that was planned out of the gate.
That's what you wanted to do.
You saw a weapon stored sprint from the Ranger. We're going to have to talk more about that after. So Ninja here trying to 1v2 at this point. Can't do it. Oh, that was a lot of damage from the shotgun.
What a way to dictate the pace of this semifinals match.
That was crazy.
What a statement to make as well.
That
They
was
said,
absolutely
we know how
crazy.
strong you are, and guess what? Doesn't mean anything to us. Here we come.
Right?
What are you going to do about it?
Oh, man. We were all aware of how skilled that witch is, but I didn't think that would be the play. But at the same time, that shows why these guys are in the World Championships, and I'm up here watching. But yeah, the Rangers stored the weapon and sprinted out. Just sprinted out, weapon stored, and then used just distance closing animations to get in there with that first CC. It was so fast. I haven't seen that before in other tournament matches.
That was disrespectful.
It was fantastic. That was fantastic.
He wasn't ready.
Wow, that was amazing.
That was
And after that, I
crazy.
mean, we just had a beef with the Ninja. But when that happens, when you lose a teammate within 5 seconds, and you're being, and you're already at half health.
No V, no nothing, just destroyed.
Right. Now,
Destroyed.
there is a big mental game as a part of this, and nerves can get to you, and that's one of the ways to create a psychological blow against the team. This is the finals, guys. Finals.
So, just so you guys know, this is not the end. That was very impactful, but there's a lot of matches to go.
Yeah.
So this is just the beginning. How are they going to come back from this? It's going to be really interesting to see.
Yeah. Regional World Championship for the KR server. So for the Korean server, basically, this is the final biggest tournament. That's why it's the World Championship of them. But yes, it's just based on the players in that region. That's correct. It is standardized gear. And they have a bannable mechanic, as we've seen throughout most of the night. I was surprised. I thought the witch would be banned. Clearly, they didn't ban it because they were targeting it.
What strategy? What are you going to do? There's so many things that witch could have
That
done
was
to avoid that situation from happening. So you got teleport, you got your V, you got PA. So that witch was not ready at all for that to happen.
And we did not expect
Now that opponent team
Right.
has their ban card on the witch, so next time or the next 2 games, witch might be banned. So this was a game that witch should have won.
Really, yeah, that's
so
true.
The magic is on next,
'Cause-
but let's see how it goes.
Ninja being banned, so we have Witch and Tamer, Witch and Valkyrie.
We're going to have a mirror matchup right now, Witch v Witch, and then Valk versus Tamer.
Ah.
So this is that same matchup we saw before, Valk versus Tamer,
Yeah.
on another team earlier in the day.
Shout out to Hope RNG.
Do you think
One
they're
of our
gonna
biggest
go
fans
for
and
magic
friends.
again?
Where are you? I hope to see you.
Yeah, come find us. All right, Witch and Tamer versus Witch and Valkyrie.
Do you think they're gonna go for magic again? Focus on her first?
I don't think they're going to do the same thing they did
Oh,
last
really?
time.
Okay.
We'll see. Coming out of the gate, we have AoE damage on both sides, not doing a lot. Tamer holding block, and way back. Darts in, doesn't jump in though.
We're seeing the V on the
Big
Witch.
damage, we have a V on the Witch. Good call there.
Going to the Valkyrie here.
Valkyrie still staying up, no damage on the yellow team side at all. That's Magic. So is Magic going to pull off their next victory here? Everybody's at full health. 1v only. That's a huge amount of damage
Finally
on
got the
Magic.
V off that time. It looked
Yeah,
at
to
it
get out.
again.
Tamer, 30%, trying to get out of there. Darting away, unable to really escape from
Not
Valkyrie.
good. Not good.
Tamer at 9%. Valkyrie can really pursue here, though, and you're seeing it on the field. Nobody has died yet. 1 minute into crazy combat. The other witch is going down. 20% on both witches. This is such a good fight right now. We have a CC.
That's gonna be it right there.
knockdown. We lose both witches. Both are down. We have a Valkyrie
Wow.
versus Tamer.
Okay.
Witches are out. That was crazy. That was a 1 minute engage.
Down to the exact
Bring
same
that
matchup.
down.
Valk versus Tamer.
Both
Here we
these
go.
popped.
Sacrificing caster,
keeping the pet out,
sacrificing
keeping
utility.
AoE to get that CC. Valkyrie, I'm not seeing it right now. Okay, over there. Oh, wow. This is pretty nuts. We have a CC.
Looks like it's going to be it. Dove it quickly, got the grab, and it's over just like that.
I thought Valk had it there. I really did. You saw the lights come in. A lot of that is just, you see that, and I see Red's button after that. So very impressive. Tamer brings it out. Now Tamer was on the Magic side. It was Tamer. Yeah. So that was Team Magic there, bringing it up to 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. Wow. Good stuff, for sure. Next up for the band rounds. Magic, they had enough of Magic. They killed him the first round. He turned the tables in the second round. Both witches banned.
There's going to be a lot of damage in this round.
Ranger Valkyrie versus Ninja Tamer. Oh, jeez.
Every class in this matchup has a grab.
Yeah, and they're going so fast we can hardly even have time to think through the predictions. It's just a matter of like, let's see what happens on the screen.
It's going to be really interesting. A lot of CC, a lot of protection.
Sure.
There's a lot of CC to start off. Everybody's got to grab, so we might see a little reluctant engages.
We got a quick engage here.
Things up here.
We got it. Full health all around. Full health all around. They've been using frontal guards and iframes just
more
through that.
spacing.
These players are so skilled. They're activating their
Rangers sitting up on top of the fence there.
So we've seen that work out well for him in the past. But this Tamer also got a CC up there. Ranger's on his back on the post. We've got a 1v1 situation with the Valk trying to move.
Using the terrain to his advantage.
Ranger somehow didn't die, even though being CC'd up there without a teammate. Look at that. Okay, so we have the Stealth Ninja coming in, watching the battlefield. Tamer getting range, just keeping his pet out in front of the block up. We have an ability, quick engage from the Ninja, backs out.
That Ranger on the fence is a problem. What is going on with that?
And we saw the Tamer counter that before, but we haven't seen the same move again.
They're just waiting to bait them inside of that.
We got a big CC here. Bees get popped, one for each team. It's a 1v1. Valk versus Tamer. Okay, so here we have the same thing that finished in the last match. These players are very used to each other. Everybody's out of V, half health all around. Trying to get something off. Ranger does not get CC'd. Any move any one of these players makes is instantly countered by somebody else. It is so fast.
That Tamer almost died right there.
We have a second E from the Tamer, right, as you were saying. We have somebody knocked down here. And the Ninja's out. That leaves the Tamer in a 1v2 situation. That's the yellow side. They're up 2-1. This might even it out. Ranger throwing out shotgun, Q cancel, trying to get some range damage. It is effective.
Just like that. Forcing the Tamer left that Ninja exposed out in the open. They were able to capitalize.
Oh, man.
Kill the Tamer, forces the 2v1.
Dang. That is good stuff, for sure. Just catching up here on chat. Who do you guys think is going to win at this point? For me,
I have no clue.
I'm betting on that Berserker all the way to the end, 100% of the way. Whatever team faces that Berserker team is going to be in a really rough spot. Doesn't matter what the comp is. That Q buff is very strong. It's very strong, and he's proven that he can do it. He's proven that he can make it work.
He has, yeah.
So he's done it with both members of his team.
Right.
And it's kind of just been like irrelevant who they've been facing. They've never been able to lock him down. They've never been able to pin him down. So, like, if you can't stop that from happening or prevent it or avoid it, you're gonna die. And there's nothing you can do.
Chat, what do you guys think? Do you think it's Team Magic, or do you think it's the other Witch team? That's not a very good representation. And Will to win. That was not the shotgun. Yeah, so Will to win for CC is definitely a good move. But the Ranger, you can see shotguns after that.
The only times we've seen that Berserker lose was when he was banned. The only thing we've seen. So
that's true.
That guy's got a big presence.
Absolutely. Team Magic or Team Ranger? So Magic is the only one that actually has an English, I guess, pronounceable name that we can read. Everything else is actually Korean names. So I'm hopeful though. I'm hopeful for Team Magic. That's who I'm pulling for at this point.
All right, here we go. This is the third or fourth round.
This is fifth, I thought.
Fifth round.
Yeah. Okay. You want to take us through the classes that are
Okay, so we got on the left-hand side. On my way, Ranger Witch versus Witch Ninja. This is going to be really interesting.
Really interesting on this one.
Last time in the mirror, the witches canceled each other out and
Yeah.
left with the 1v1 from behind. We'll see if they can do the same thing.
Ninja, fantastic 1v1er. We've seen this Ranger pull out really good 1v1 and 1v2 things throughout this whole night.
This Ranger's been really on point today.
Mechanically, though, you would think that the Ninja would have the advantage, so let's see how these witches turn the tide just based off their skill. Quick engage from the Ranger there, Ninja staying himself. A little bit of chip damage on the Ranger. Oh, all right, we got half health here on Team Red. No V's pop. 1V leaving the Witch up on Team Red alone, not being still. Magic bringing some damage in. Ninja pursuing the Witch as fast as they can, trying to get the double teleport out. Both players out of V.
Nope, look like it's in trouble.
The other
Rangers
Witch
look like it's in trouble.
Oh, man. Just pounded huge range AoE damage from Witch OMW. Four of them all on top of each other. There's AoEs everywhere. This is where you see the standardized gear not in the fights. If a knockdown on one of the Witches, they didn't die through it. They didn't die through it. Amazing.
Magic's knocked.
Magic
Magic
use the V. Use the V there. All four players have their V on cooldown. We're now capped at 80% health.
Yep. 2 minutes left on the clock.
This is round 5 of the finals.
A lot of action.
Trying to get in.
A lot of damage. Who's going to go down first? Magic first. They took out the Ranger. Who won?
Oh my, they don't show us. All right, so Magic died.
Magic died, the Ranger died.
OMW died, both Witchers were down. We had 12% on the Ninja at that point. And then we had the screen flash.
Ninja V, it looked like...
The Ninja did go down, okay, after the 12%. Can you guys see that on the clips? Is it happening? Is it happening on the screen? Because right now, it was 2-2, and that was round 5. We do know that both Witches died. We do know that's confirmed, and the Ninja was on his last legs. Honestly, with that amount of damage in the ball, I think it's likely the Ninja went down, even though I was thinking that he would be favored.
Ninja had less health. We'll see. We'll see.
I think whichever team lost was the one that ran out of health.
Good call. Well said. Well said.
Sorry, it's my dry humor. I know you're looking for some kind of point there. There wasn't
Oh,
one.
like,
Sorry about that.
keep going.
He knows me too well. Yeah, that's it. The one that lost probably ran out of health first.
Okay.
It's just some Blade style commentary for you. Oh man. I mean, if you want to get technical, my strategy's always been have more health on the damage you receive, but
yeah, make sure you do more damage than the damage you take, right?
Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. Oh wait, now I was on the right scene here. We have the Ranger band.
So this is going to be really interesting because this is the same as the first match.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't wait to see this.
We're going to get a repeat.
This is crazy. So last time we had, oh, actually, I think the Ranger was on the first team. It stored the weapon and sprinted out there. So we have the Valk now.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Pardon me. Pardon me.
But Magic, let's see what he can do. He's been doing some things I didn't think was possible all night long. We have 3-2 right now. Can you read these team names one more time?
Their team names, Doctorio, and Mom wants me to do it. Yeah.
And the finals. We have an approaching guard from the Valkyrie. That won't work against the Tamer, though, if he comes in with that range grapple. We know how fast that is from earlier. Quick animation cancels the dart back to cover your teammate there and go back to the Valk. Everybody's still at full health. No CCs yet. AoE damage, but they're keeping frontal guard up. Rotating at high frames. We have a little bit of damage here.
Oh, it's trouble
One of the Witches. And one thing we're not seeing as much as I expected is just the freeze skill. That's so effective. And we haven't seen a lot of it. But these guys definitely know how to PvP. Magic 85, still comfortable. We do have 2 Bs on the L team. That's something of note. CC. Valkyrie charging in.
Valk's on his back.
On his back.
They grab to come back. Magic went down.
Magic goes down.
So
Valk
did the Valk.
goes down. Tamer versus Witch.
Tamer.
Now, I don't think we've seen this Witch win 1v1s yet tonight. I don't believe so.
This is going to be really interesting. Tamer's very favored here. They gotta win. They gotta win this match if it's best of 7 as well. So this is their tournament life on the line. 80% full health, minute 38 on the clock.
Yeah, this could be the win if it's best of 7 final match. Will this witch be able to beat a tamer in a 1v1 while health is capped at 80%? Keep the block up.
There's the grab.
There's the
That's
grab.
gonna be in.
There's the CC.
No, the
Into the V.
Oh
They
my
beat. I
goodness.
didn't even realize they still had the V. That was perfect. If
Which is Pet still doing damage.
If he blew that too early, that would
Right out of the
next
V.
engagement.
Teleport
still not
disengaged.
That was a great teleport. A lot of damage though. I think he's
Oh,
caught.
it came back.
So low. The tamer takes it. That was the tamer.
The witch went down.
Which means it's now 3-3.
That's right.
Okay, so that was not the winning match,
Just
but it
run
could have
back.
been. It could have been right there.
Only way I was able to see was because the witch's body was on the ground.
I had to look for it. I had to look for it too. I was like, all right, which one's crumbling in the background? Yeah, okay.
Wow.
Oh, man.
So this should be 3 versus 3.
This is 3 versus 3 on the now.
The final match.
I mean, it's best of 7. It's 3-3 right now.
Yeah.
So
It should be 3 versus 3.
I mean, this is it. This is the final round, no matter what. I mean, I don't think it's a 1-by-2 situation or anything
I think it's the
bizarre like
final
that.
round.
I think this is the
final match.
I think this is the final match
All of the finals
of everything,
Yeah.
and it is the 3v3.
So this is it, baby. This is their tournament life, dude.
Final match, begin. That's the NA version. All right, great. Let's
Where
watch.
does that Berserker team?
I know. They were saying, the Korean broadcasters are saying that this is the final match, but I thought this was second semifinal match.
This is we'll see.
I guess we will see. Yeah, that is a good point. All right, so let's watch this carefully. Close again. Valk moving up in block. We have still a lot of health from everybody here. We have a
Ranger forced to be.
We have 2 Vs with Team Red here.
Forced to
Valkyrie just escaping. Very good. We've seen that recover before on this team where Red has come back from 2 Vs.
3 Vs forced.
Okay,
2
first-
players on the map with no V left.
Oh my
3v2.
First damage here on Magic. Yellow taking a heck of a lot of damage. They're down by 10%.
Nobody's dead.
OMW still living. They're at 10% fighting it out, getting every animation
The
out there.
ninja!
Ninja with the
The
huge
ninja
burst.
with the 2 kills.
Wow. 2 kill right there. Magic dead now.
2v1. Yellow team.
OMW goes down.
Bringing it back
Wow.
with the comeback, boys. Did you see that?
Amazing.
That is
The ninja with style, with flair at the end.
crazy. That was good.
That was
Yeah.
amazing.
Wow.
We're going to see a winner. That's the way it needs to go.
What pressure for the final match.
man.
Force 1v, force 2vs, force
Yeah.
3vs. One guy coming out of V, 3v1, 3v2, dead, 2 kills.
We've seen Team Red recover before with multiple Vs as the Valkyrie animation cancels to keep Super Armor up, backing out, getting their teammates up.
Man.
And he was, just ready for that positioning. That was a
They
crazy
did-
match.
It's so nuts because they don't let these guys aren't getting the experience to like warm up with their 3v3 teams. They're used to getting into these 2v2 matchups the whole tournament.
Right.
So it's wild to see what they do. In the last match, the final match. That's insane to see.
Oh man, that was absolutely fantastic. Now tell us what these guys are saying here.
Now we're starting to give the awards. That was actually final
That was
match.
final.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh my
that was
gosh.
amazing. I didn't expect Ninja to, get 2 kills and then turn the whole table around.
Wow.
Ninja's very bursty. It has that stealth. He picked the exact right moment.
That is our CEO. Yay!
Lead developer.
This is incredible. What an exciting tournament. I was not expecting it to be this wild,
It was
dude.
good. It was definitely good, for sure.
The gameplay looks smooth. The gameplay looks like the Arsha combat looks good, looks fluid.
Oh, yeah.
I barely, outside of the spectator mode, it wasn't like people flying around.
Basically, the CEO says thank you for coming and preparing for the game and event for tonight, and everyone is a winner tonight. Of course they are. They did so well.
And that's Mr.
Me too.
Yeah,
That means you too, Chad.
correct.
You're a winner.
Is he, he's the lead programmer, right?
Yes.
I believe, okay. Yeah, he really has shown how much he cares for every player, every streamer.
He's the Arena of Arsha lead developer
He is lead on our whole product.
on Black Desert Online.
Black Desert Online,
Okay.
yes.
열심히 준비하고 있습니다. 그리고 또 오늘 제가
And he said last night at dinner, he's like, I just want everybody to have fun playing Black Desert. I want to make a game that you guys enjoy and have fun in it. I mean, that was just, it was cool. It was touching.
시상 결과와 함께
But I want to hear what he has to say.
I could barely hear him.
I know, I was talking over it a lot. I apologize for that.
We can't. We have a ton. Our audio is low in our headphones.
Yeah.
이런 자리 오면 그런 게 좀 궁금하잖아요. 힌트 이런 거 한번 없을까요?
아까 잠깐 말씀드렸는데 일단 신규 캐릭터
크게 말씀해 주시겠어요?
네, 신규 캐릭터 준비하고 있고요.
Oh, they're preparing new character for
새로운
Black Desert.
형태의 콘텐츠 준비하고 있고요. 저희가 아마 조만간 소개해드릴 수 있을 것 같습니다.
And they're developing new
소개해드리려고
content.
준비하고 있습니다.
You guys in chat want it.
정말 많은 유저분들께서 노력해 주기
So you guys are listening and watching from North America. That is the confirmation. This whole weekend it's kind of been a little sleepy with Black Desert Online. However, the most important guy for BDO product just announced that we've got a new class coming and they are developing new content for the future. So I'm going to definitely look forward to some new announcements in the future as well.
Absolutely.
네, 어서 올라오세요.
Hey, I did something. I
서주세요.
found it. Yay!
Thank you.
네, 제이님이 이쪽으로 바라봐 주시고요. 이쪽에 서주세요. 네, 제이님을 바라봐 주시고 1년
Oh,
획기로
this is so cool. So the Berserker team took
사랑을
third.
차지한 무한도전
Yeah, I didn't realize. Yeah.
I missed that too, yeah.
Hey. That was so exciting. Yeah.
That was great.
Dude, I love that. That Turner. That was so much fun to watch him play.
So third place, $1,000. It was handed over.
How much?
$1,000.
$1,000 to Berserker team. They did extremely well. Yeah, I was going to clap, but they want to hear me in this booth, so but that's what I want to do. These guys are doing it behind us, sure. You can see crowd's very excited. That's awesome. You guys like that? Tell us in chat. So we're live here at G-Star.
2010
Tatio. I don't know what that means.
Top trio.
I made up names. Oh, that was the team name?
Yeah.
Okay,
that
right.
was the team name.
Right.
gotcha.
$1,000 as money, not pearl. I wish.
1,000 pearls would be, what, $10? Yeah, a little bit more than 10.
I'm not a mathematician, so I'm not going to comment.
Oh man, this is cool. How amazing to actually be presented it
Yeah.
just like that.
The second place is $3,000.
I mean, just for these guys who play the game so hard, they're involved, like getting a chance to meet somebody who's like who makes the product that you play, like that's got to be fun for them, you know. Like, we've had some incredible. I can't wait to tell stories when we get home.
Oh yeah.
I can't wait to tell stories when we get home, dude. It's been a little while.
한국 챔피언십 2019 영예 우승 엄마마마 출전.
You can hear the audio from down there because it's so loud and it's delayed on the stream that we're watching online.
상금 500만 원과 명예로운 아르샤의 각성무기 현구 그리고 삼성전자에 쓰고 계시는 갤럭시 A90 그리고 5G를 드리겠습니다. 아이고 숨찹니다. 받으시기 바랍니다.
I'm clapping. I want to clap. They can't quite hear.
큰 박수 부탁드립니다.
They did awesome.
They did.
They really did. I want to meet that Witch player. He did stuff that was just crazy, man.
Magic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Witch on the other team was actually more impactful in the finals, which is kind of
He
crazy.
did very,
We were
very
watching
well, for
Magic
sure.
the whole time, and
Yeah. Out of nowhere.
Yeah. All these players are so skilled. Let's hear what they're saying.
Oh, they actually bet against like, oh, are we gonna win or are we gonna lose tonight? So the person who lost the bet on their own is going to buy dinner.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Of the team.
Of the team, yeah.
Okay.
imagine having a teammate that's betting against you as you're playing the finals.
Should be buying a lot more than dinner.
At the championships at a con like this.
That's great.
One grumpy guy on the keyboard. No, we're not winning. We're not winning, man. Do I want to buy dinner or what? I don't want to buy dinner, but I really want to win.
네, 알겠습니다. 중요한 얘기네요. 미용실 원장님 얘기하는 것 같습니다. 우리 지금 자, 이렇게 해서 마무리됐습니다. 정확하게
So on the
어,
broadcaster on the left is actually a streamer too.
Yeah, we got a
That's
chance
Mike,
to meet
right?
this
Oh, we
weekend.
did?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, we
okay.
hung out for a little bit
He
on
was with us
Oh,
on
okay,
yesterday.
never mind.
It's awesome to see him in his element. I didn't know he was doing this. I would have talked to him more about it, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I followed his stream. I'm gonna check him out when we get home.
아리샤의 참 많은 발전과 살아있길 바라면서 저희는 여기서 모두 인사드리도록 하겠습니다. 고맙습니다. 안녕히 계십시오.
Yay, thank you.
Yeah. Good stuff.
So that's gonna be the end of the tournament, dude.
Oh, man.
I hope you enjoyed.
Over.
That's fantastic.
Hope you guys had fun.
Wow. Yeah, I almost don't want to end it. I've actually really enjoyed this. So again, guys, joined with Savelli. So thank you for being here.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much for inviting
BDO
me.
partner, you guys from the KR server. JoeNeverFails.
It's an absolute pleasure, dude. Always a blast.
It really is always fun, man. So I think, yeah, we did our best, you guys. Wanted to bring you some coverage of the KR server championship for the region, knowing very little about their gear going in, knowing next to nothing about the players outside locker time.
Learning a lot as we went.
Right? Yeah,
Doing the best we could.
And we
You
got to
guys
see
had fun out
just
today.
what each one of these players got to do throughout the tournament. So definitely check through the VOD. A lot of these guys really showed us some absolutely amazing things. So I missed what Rand had there for us.
We need to wrap up the stream and finish it up right now. Yeah.
Unfortunately, dang. All right, well, yeah, guys, I had a lot of fun. So thank you very much. This was live from G-Star at Pearl Abyss booth in South Korea. Is there anything else you want to add?
Hi, Mom. I love you. Maybe I'll see you when I get home in a couple days. Hope you guys had an absolute blast. Look forward to new content from Black Desert Online, also Pearl Abyss. Check out the Shadow Arena closed beta PC next week. And for more announcements on the next class and new content in the future. Also, make sure you guys pay attention. There's a lot of cool stuff that we've seen this weekend, but a lot of the information and a lot of the fun that we had was off camera. And the stories that we're going to be able to tell you guys are pretty flipping incredible. So I really can't wait to talk to you guys when we get back and get home. So look forward to it, everybody.
And Savelli, anything you want to say or add?
Thank you guys for inviting me for the show tonight, and I hope I was helpful.
You really were.
We couldn't have done a lot of this without you. So.
Thank you. That's a relief, and I thank you guys for understanding. My English is a little bit off because I haven't practiced my English or speak English for 2 years.
You're fantastic.
But
Wow.
okay, thank you, and I want to hang out with you guys after the stream. Is that
Absolutely?
cool?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right. All right, guys, so we're going to head out. So one more time, Savelli, she
Thank
does have
you.
her channel.
Thank you again.
Link.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, you guys get a handshake.
Oh, yeah.
I got one with each of these guys. We're going to go offline. Make sure to follow Play Black Desert on Twitch. Follow Pearl Abyss Connect, you guys. All right, and I'll give you more updates personally on Twitter on how this G-Star adventure is going. Sponsored by Pearl Abyss. Thank you guys again for watching and flying us out here.